Hi guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is DeLady, and today we are back with some more Planet Zoo and a new project we are working on with the Barnyard Animal Pack, our cozy farmstead built on a mountain on this beautiful sculpted temperate biome map in Sandbox mode of the game. If you enjoyed this series, then please do make sure to leave a like and leave something nice in the comments down below, and obviously make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So in today's episode, we are going to work on a little chicken coop for the adorable Sussex chicken. Now, I do have to warn you, it does look like I did lose like 10 or 20 minutes of building. Like my recording software just didn't save it for some reason. So I do really hope that most of the important stuff at least is still in there. So we're going to start with the layout of the building. Now this time I'm not going to use the wooden flooring that we used for all the other areas pretty much. I wanted to go for a little bit more brighter colored area here for this chicken coop that we're going to build for the Sussex chicken from the Barnyard Animal Pack. So I first just really wanted to try and see where I wanted to have the doors and the windows. Now, it does bother me, and it's been bothering me ever since day one, since we got like this is the stained wall set from the aquatic pack, but like the pieces, like I really wish we had smaller pieces with the same texture, because you have a few smaller pieces, like a little square one and a rectangular one, but you can't rotate them. So yeah, well, you can rotate them, but then like the planks will go the opposite way, which is just so annoying. So yeah, I had something different in my mind. I wanted to have some little windows on the sides and stuff, but I quickly just realized like, oh yeah, I'm just not able to fill up the open spaces because we just don't have the right pieces for it. So yeah, that is such a pity, but it is what it is. But you can tell already that the shape of the building was right away there. So we did indeed miss a little bit of planning this building. But what we're going to do, we're going to have like a little bit of a barn area, if we can call it that way, on the inside for the chickens. And then of course we have like this little chicken coop on the outside with some chain link fences and such. And I obviously wanted to make sure that the chickens are nowadays, like they used to be always inside, but nowadays they're able to roam around also with the area around the whole chicken coop. So that is why we're going to open the door that we are creating here at the chain link fences, and also on the other side we're going to open the door. Now what is really cool, like what we spoke about in the previous episode as well, like wasn't really such a fan of the animal encounters because it's such an overkill. I'm not going to talk too much about that. But the cool thing is, like, I did want to use this a little bit more in my advantage of how these animal encounters work when it comes down to the guests roaming around freely, because I at first really didn't want to create any more animal encounter habitats or even walk-through habitats. But when I was building this chicken coop, I thought, oh heck, I really want to make sure that the guests are pretty much just walking through the doorways that I just created, and that they are able to just roam around freely on the inside as well, because we don't have to use path for that. So the more I think of it and the more I start to use these animal encounters, it's actually, well, not per se because of the animal encounters, but just the way that the guests behave because of it. It's actually such a cool idea. So yeah, I am super excited to show you guys how the guests are just roaming around through this whole building at the end of this video. I am super excited about it, even though it's pretty much a small thing. I don't know, maybe you guys think it's a big thing, but I don't know, I'm just super excited about it. At first, I wanted to like create the same type of windows that we also did with the sheep and alpaca habitat. But then I was like, yeah, no, I'm just going for some cute little windows for this little building. Like, I think they definitely do fit this whole area quite well. I at first had my doubts to make some longer windows as well, but since it's like an animal chicken coop, in the end, I decided to just keep them higher up. I was struggling again here with the windows because of the missing pieces of the stained wood pieces. I thought for a second, like, okay, maybe I can create my own planks here, but I was like, oh no, this is just gonna look so terrible. So we're just not going to do that, and we're just gonna keep it more simple, if we can call it that way. So yeah, definitely very excited about how this whole chicken coop has been turning out so far. I'm super excited about this whole cozy farmstead in general, to be honest. Now, a few things I really wanted to mention, because I love reading all your feedback in the comments. Like, seriously, just keep them coming, because I was rambling about like what kind of animals should we add next, because someone commented on the first episode like, oh my goodness, you definitely should be adding like the mute swan and the peafowl. And I was like, oh, that's just so amazing. And I asked you guys like, okay, maybe, not sure, no guarantees, but what other type of animals would you guys still think that could fit in this cozy farmstead area? And I did get quite a lot more ideas, actually. So one of them, oh no, that's actually not an idea. That was more like, oh gosh, I wish they added like horses, like the Shetland ponies, like the miniature horses. Oh man, that would have been so amazing, like especially because of the Przewalski's hose. That is just such a beautiful animal in the game. I'm sure that a Shetland pony or like any miniature horse that they would have added into the game would have been just so freaking fantastic, honestly. So yeah, definitely agree on that. I'm super curious to hear what other animals you guys are really missing in this type of pack. I think it definitely was a risk for Frontier to give us a barnyard animal pack with such few animals, if we can call it that way, because I feel like there are just so many animals that could have fit in a barnyard animal pack like this. And like, you obviously can say that for any pack out there, but in like many ways of Planet Zoo in general, there are plenty of animals that you're like, oh yeah, okay, they should have added this animal in this pack, but this animal being like a South America pack or a South American animal, for example, they're always able to maybe squeeze in that specific animal still in a different pack, which probably doesn't feel the same for me with the barnyard animal pack. I'm just curious what you guys think about that, and what type of animals or what kind of animals you guys are still missing. I think ducks would have been also super amazing to see in a pack like this, or bunnies or guinea pigs. I think there are plenty of animals out there that would have been incredible. I'm super curious to see what mods can do, or what kind of animals mods will be able to add. Now we do have chickens in the game. Maybe just some different type of chickens would be super amazing already, now that I think of it, but that's just a side note, of course. But I'm sure that like the chickens really opened up some really cool options again for the mods to the game. Okay, but let's just talk about the other animals that you guys were suggesting, at least for to add in this series right here. Oh my goodness, I don't know what is going on, but talking today for this voiceover feels like such a mess. I really hope you guys won't notice it that much, but I have been trying to restart this recording a few times now. Anyways, apologies if you guys find it a mess. Anyways, so you guys did suggest a few animals in the comments of the second episode. What kind of animals we could also be adding? And someone did say or actually more people did say, I should be adding the red fox as well. Just like I said, like maybe just have a peafowl roam around, for example. Red fox is like such a common predator that you see on like these farms and stuff. So it's actually a really cool idea. I'm not entirely sure yet if I will, but it definitely does feel like a really fun idea. And the more that I think of it, like we are playing in sandbox mode, right? So we can turn off escaping in this zoo, which I probably already did. I think it's on creative mode, so we have unlimited money, no welfare whatsoever. And actually what would be quite funny, maybe, because we have the no offense, so we can actually just draw out a habitat, not per se something like, oh yeah, we have a rat fox just walking around through the whole area, but we could actually just have a rat fox with like a very thin or narrow fencing pathway, almost, if we can call it, maybe like going on the backside of all the habitats, and have a rat fox just for the guests like to see, sometimes just walking behind one or two buildings, if you guys see what I mean. Like I can totally, I'm not really sure even if the guest would be fleeing or not. I doubt they will because we're playing in sandbox mode, but I think that would be such a cool idea. Instead of like just having a big open area just covering all these habitats, but just making sure that maybe we can, I'm not really sure if that would work, but have a few bits and pieces here and there of like maybe broken fences and stuff where the fox can then just squeeze through. Squeezing through a Planet Zoo doesn't really work, but so that it will still also walk through habitats. Oh my goodness, I actually really have no idea if what I have in mind is really working, but I hope you guys can envision what I'm trying to say here, that I will just create a habitat which is pretty much a pathway, and then just going behind the buildings, going through some buildings, but not have a rat fox just walk everywhere, or like over the plaza where so many people are walking around. You see what I mean? Do let me know if this makes sense, because my goodness, today is such a mess. Someone else also did say that they really love the idea of raccoons. We could probably do the same thing, but you also did mention like it would be so funny if they would be eating the trash and stuff. I do remember that there was like this free update where animals would escape and they would jump over trash cans and stuff. But I've never seen any animals doing it. But wasn't that like a thing when they updated, or when they gave us a Twilight pack, especially for raccoons? That would be super funny to see them throwing over or like making such a mess with the trash. I'm not really sure, but I've just never seen any animals doing it, unfortunately. And we need to have one escape then, and that's just not really possible. But the idea is definitely a great one. I'm not entirely sure if I will be adding raccoons. I tend to lean more towards the red fox in this case, and then with the mute swan and the Indian peafowl so far. But just super curious to hear your thoughts about this, so definitely do let me know in the comments down below. Other suggestions that I got were the fallow deer. Fallow deers I absolutely love, although not entirely sure for a farmstead like we are building right now. I would see a fallow deer more in like this beautiful foresty petting zoo or something like that, but that's probably also just how I know fallow deers. I don't really personally connect them with a petting zoo that much, so, but that's obviously different because I did read a lot of people saying you guys always see fallow deer in a petting zoo where you guys live, so I guess it just really depends where you grew up or something. Same goes for the red deer. Yeah, I guess I feel the same for the fallow deer and the red deer. Reindeer was also being mentioned. Doesn't really feel super appropriate for the area that we are building, but can totally see why you did mention the red deer, or the reindeer in this case. Also got some mentions about the emu, ostrich, and buffalo. We don't really have any. I don't know. I'm gonna say, at least where I grew up, I can't really recall having any emus or ostriches. I feel like that's more of like a Mediterranean, or at least a warmer climate in countries where probably you guys live that mention these animals. I do think that we do have like an ostrich or emu farm in the Netherlands, but doesn't feel super common. But you Dutchies, do correct me if I'm wrong here, okay? But one other idea that I really, really love is adding butterflies and a bee house, or at least like this insect hotel that we got with the conservation pack. I still really wish that we actually had some insect viavaxes or anything like that, but yeah, it's such a pity that Frontier never really added those type of things. I do really love the idea of butterflies, but I need to think, like, I don't want it to feel like an actual walk-through habitat or whatsoever. So I guess it must feel more like the same thing that we did with our Eco Island Park with the butterflies. Just make it feel like guests are just walking through nature, and then here and there are some butterfly houses where butterflies live, something like that. But absolutely love the idea. I think butterflies would be a beautiful fit if we are able to squeeze them in here and there throughout this cozy farmstead. I think they definitely fit the vibe. So absolutely love that idea as well. Thank you so much. Also, something else that someone mentioned, two things actually. Someone did mention, because I was talking about Rudy Van Kemmel and his crazy ideas, like, oh, you guys should do a collab again. If I had more time, I would definitely love to. I speak to Rudy Van Kemmel almost daily, and obviously it's always amazing to work with such a creative person like he is. But I just don't have time and the energy to commit myself to any collab. Like we did Koali Zoo also with Rudy Van Kemmel, Silverred, and Eben, and then Mike Sheets. And doing collabs is amazing, but it's also like super challenging to plan and to schedule and to commit yourself to something like that. So yeah, who knows? Maybe in the future we definitely will. But it's always great to work with Rudy Van Kemmel, and he has such a creative brain that I'm so jealous of. So yeah, it's always super inspiring to work with him. But definitely love the idea. But I don't think anytime soon it's going to happen. Who knows, with the Planet Coaster 2, if that is going to be announced someday in the future, that will be just super amazing, but not for now. Also, someone else did ask if that person was just curious if I have an artistic background, because I have such a great eye for detailing. Thank you so much for the compliment. I actually do not have any artistic background. I loved to draw when I was a kid, but it's not even like notable to mention, because like there are like great artists out there, and I'm not someone that has been drawing super often or anything like that. I did like to do it. I think if I look back at my high school times and the classes that I was best in, that was music. I like to sing, and I'm not super good at playing any instruments though, but I was able to do it, but not super great at it. And then you had like drawing and art and anything around creativity. Those were my best classes. So yeah, I always did like to do it, but I don't really have any artistic background or whatsoever to answer your question. But thank you so much again for the compliment. Really, really do appreciate it. I think the most creative thing that I ever did in my life was creating theme parks in Planet Coaster and creating zoos in Planet Zoo. I think that's the most notable thing that I can mention at this point. Anyways, enough rambling, enough talking. Definitely do keep the suggestions and the questions and everything coming. Absolutely love to read it. But now let's jump into the file and let me just show you guys around. So before I show you guys the chicken coop, I wanted to tell you guys that I did move these buildings now because they were somewhere over here in the back just temporarily. This is also temporarily, but I just wanted to make sure that these buildings are a little bit more hidden away, because if you didn't notice it yet, I am like adding this overview at the end of every video now, which will add another habitat every time, and I had to delete that building constantly. And as I am going to add these buildings in here, I thought it would be a good idea to already place them somewhere in this neighborhood. Like, we're also going to add the spawn point and the entrance somewhere over here as well. So we're gonna have a busy entrance area here in the middle, which is not going to be an official entrance. Anyways, okay, let's go on and move to the chicken coop. I'm actually really happy with how this one has turned out, even though we still need to work on the pathing and such. So that's why I just added like this invisible path. But just look how cute this looks. I'm so happy that I went for this more brownish warm color. Like, I started with a darker color if you watched episode 1 as well, and I'm so happy that I changed it because it looks so cute. And I just love these white fences as well. I didn't want to use them everywhere because I just don't really find them fitting for most of these bigger animals. That's why we have these other type of fences. But for this cute little chicken coop, it definitely works super well. We have this cute gate here. We're gonna have like a fake entrance right over here as well. I didn't plan this at first, and also the gate for the keeper. Oh my goodness, I definitely did not plan that one either, but I just hid it away right over here, and I'm like, yeah, well, I will see later on what we shall do with that. So we did create a little animal encounter in here. I hope it's working still. Yes, it is working. I put it on few amount of roaming guests because of the overkill. I let the game run for a while also to make sure that it's not like super duper busy anymore. So we have this one. I did make sure to add the elephant grass underneath here, so we will not have any guests roaming at the back side of the building. I didn't really find that super appropriate. But they are now able to walk through here. I am curious if they are, because it does look like right now that there are no guests at all roaming around. This cute little well, by the way, it works super well for this particular area. It's so cute. Like, the path is going around it. But now I am curious because it does feel like there are no guests that really want to go off path now, which is such a pity because I want them to walk through here. But okay, let's just show you guys, and hopefully later on we will see it. So let's pretend we are a guest, and now we are able to walk inside here. I really had my doubts if I wanted to do anything here for the chickens, but I thought whatever I'm gonna create, it's all fake. I did add a few eggs here and there. I tried to fill a bucket here as well, as if the guests were like gathering the eggs from the chickens. But at the end of the day, I was like, oh no, it's such a pain in the butt to do that. So I just didn't. Again, I wish we had different feeders, different type of water bowls and stuff, but it is what it is. I guess it works fine still, even though I find it a little bit too big. It's more like there are bigger animals in here. What are you running? Oh, you're getting food. Look at you run, being so happy. The first time that I saw this keeper giving food, it was like, oh my goodness, I just want them to throw food on the floor, because that feels the most realistic to me, especially with chickens. So I'm so happy that we're playing Sandbox mode because it works super well. This chicken, by the way, you're so pretty. Hey, what is this called? Oh, can I click you? And I click you. Oh, the game is... I added too much grass. Oh, I had it. Yes, I have it. Okay, so you are a speckled chicken. Brown feathers with white spots. You're so cool. I really love it. I wish we had chicks as well with that pattern, but it doesn't look like we have, but it makes me wonder as well if there are darker colored chicks in general in real life. Do they not have this same type of color in real life as well? I'm gonna turn off the light torch because I don't know, with the chickens and the light behind it. Oh yeah, we have a fallen bucket here because we can. It looks so cute, and then the guests can walk through here as well. Oh my goodness, I hate it that there's no guest roaming around now if you want to see it. Gosh, it's so annoying. But yeah, they can walk here. They're not even interacting with the chickens now. Wait, you know what I actually did? I don't know if that is a bug or whatsoever, but I did turn off the animal aging and birth. You see, because I was like, oh goodness, the chickens are going to grow up so fast. I don't want that, but I can, yeah, I already did put it on speed level 5. I'm not really sure if that like turned it off. I wonder if the goats are still people roaming around at the goats habitat, or did we... Oh yes, they are, definitely. So, not entirely sure why it's not happening anymore in the chicken habitat. I mean, there are even guests walking all the way up there. They're definitely going off path here. Okay, well, maybe we should just give it some time, and then later on they will start interacting with the chickens again. I really don't know. They did do it all the time. Okay, yeah. Can I just double check? Maybe they're not able to reach because I added grass here. Okay, wait. You were able to walk here. So if I check the heat map, traversable area for the staff. Well, staff is definitely able to walk here, so the guests should be able to walk here as well. Like exactly here. They are walking through the doorway right over here sometimes. I thought like maybe we could fix that with some grass. But no, for some reason it doesn't seem to work right now. It might just need some time, as I said. Guest gate, few. If I just put it on default, maybe something will change here. Maybe they don't like the chickens anymore. I don't know. But yeah, having the chickens with this long grass in general is just super beautiful already. The chicken coop looks super cool from here as well. I'm super happy. It's a small build. I will definitely try to upload this to the Steam Workshop, you guys. You can follow my Steam Workshop page. Just find me as the Lady Designer. I don't have any more friends spots left, unfortunately. I have 200 requests or something. I'm not able to accept anyone, unfortunately. But you are able to follow me on the Steam Workshop, I think. So definitely go and find me there to stay up to date. But as soon as I update or upload anything to the Steam Workshop, I will definitely let you guys know in on my community wall as well. I'm not really sure if I'm able to do it this weekend, but else we will definitely... I just love this building too much. I should do it. As soon as I do, I will let you guys know, okay? I promise. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet if the path that we have right now will stay there. I think we have plenty of space to build like some maize fields or orchards or whatsoever. Actually, I keep saying the orchards, but we have the apple trees, which are bushes pretty much. We don't really have real apple trees, which makes me wonder, like, is that also a mischance? Like, should Frontier have added some apple trees or whatsoever in there? I actually don't know. Also, talking about fruit, I thought like maybe the grape plants, things, I think we are going to use them to decorate the edges a little bit more, to make it more overgrown at some spots. Do we have the white and brown little goat still walking around here. Look at that. You are so beautiful. I'm acting like I'm seeing it for the first time, but I don't think we did. But it's so beautiful, isn't it? Did we already see this one? Yes, we did. Didn't we? Yes, we did. I don't know. Oh, there is the little one. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're so cute. I really think we should name you. If you guys have a name suggestion for this adorable little goat, then definitely do let me know in the comments down below, because this one is just the cutest ever. I really wish we had more of these. What is it called again? The French name, and then brown and white peed. Ah, the word, I hate it. A fur with black markings. We need more of those. We definitely do. Yeah, I'm sorry. There are no guests right now walking around here. Really have no idea what happened here. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys all think of this Sussex chicken coop that we created for a cozy farmstead. Leave a like at this video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.